Boomich, what is up, everybody?
And your what's up, everybody?
Happy Sunday, okay? It's Sunday.
It's what?
Sunday.
It's Sunday.
That's right. So, hopefully, you've had a good weekend by the time you've watched this. And, I know we have. We had a blast last night with our live. Thank you, everybody that come over and watched that. Made it fun, And if you missed it, go back and watch that because we did something we've never done before in that live about halfway through. But just watch the whole live because, we always have fun, kick up the dust, and
That's right.
connect with everybody that comes in. So anyways, today, kind of going to go over a little short, fast version of where we've been in 12 years. Almost 13. But anyways, we've been married. Yesterday's 12-year anniversary. Boomage. We ain't got the lights on. It's all right. But anyways, we've went when I met Cynthia back in 2011. I was paying mortgage. I had a house, and I think you were renting.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, she was renting a house. I thought for a minute it was a mortgage payment on her end too, but no. But shortly after, we dated, I think, for 8 months, got married.
It was 7.
Okay, 7, correction. And so, Cynthia and the girls come up here on the mountain, Yurt Nation, and we moved in the house, and which, it was great. Mortgage, that's just like the American dream, right? What you're supposed to do. Work hard, get a mortgage payment, mow your grass in the summer and spring, and do it all over again, But, things happened. Life hit us from all different directions. Ended up losing the house. We went from mortgage, paying mortgage payments, to then rent, which I had never done before in my entire life. I had never rented anywhere. It was weird. It was different for me, but Cynthia, she had been renter for a lot of her life.
Mm-hmm.
I think you had a house at one point.
Yeah, I did.
But so she's actually done the same thing that I'm talking about too.
But we lived before we got married, we lived in a house.
Yeah, I told them.
Your house.
So we went then, to the next county over in towards west in DeKalb County. Lived there renting duplex for I don't know, good 4 solid years.
Yeah.
Wasn't happy, didn't like it. We had some good times, yes, down there, but overall, that it wasn't what we wanted. We were still searching, didn't know. We didn't know if we'd ever get to own a house again. We wanted to get back in that thing again of mortgage, paying a mortgage payment. So, and then we ended up leaving Smithville and moving to Sparta, Yurt Nation, renting a house from our friend Steve, and stayed there for a good solid almost 4 years. Didn't we? About 3 maybe. I don't know. I lost track in time and years.
You're right.
Years and dates. But yeah. So we rented there for a while. We was actually looking at some homes while we were renting there in town because, we knew we didn't want to rent forever because we've heard you're throwing your money away when you're renting. And really, you don't get nowhere. You just have a roof over your heads, Once a month, it's yours,
Yep.
So things happened again in like 2019, 2020. We all know it was crazy. It was hard on everyone.
Yeah.
And then 2021 come around. Got hit, blindsided again, and basically forced us to where we are now, living off grid. Going about 2 years at this point, almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And guys, we couldn't. I don't think we've talked about this. We couldn't be no happier. Living in a camper.
I'm more happy now.
Yeah.
And this is the truth. God is my witness than I have ever been in my whole entire life.
Yeah, having a mortgage payment, your house, your yard, your land, if you had any with it or whatever. Renting. Now we're living off grid in a camper. And yes, we are just about done.
Yurt.
And we've not been renting. We've been paying for this camper. And we're almost there. To where, we own this. And but like Cynthia said, I mean, we are happier than we've ever been. Looking back, I thought I was happy with that mortgage payment, that house, and that yard. And there was things that made me happy. As a man, I enjoyed getting out once a week, getting on the lawnmower, put my
Boy, he'd go fast.
earbuds in, and turn the blades on and hit it and go to town. I enjoyed things like that, and having a little garage to go out and tinker with or do whatever, or some property. We had about 4 acres, and to go around, stomp on, and do this and that and stuff. I really enjoyed that, and maybe one day, if the Lord sees it fit and it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Me and Cynthia do want another shot at having our own property. 4 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres, whatever. And then build us, though, a small house. Which that house that, I was paying and you started helping me, when you moved in and we was married, the mortgage payment was somewhere around $700 a month. Choking, no matter what you was making, it was still $700 and something a month. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dang. But eventually, with a mortgage, you get it and it's yours. You're done. Yeah. And that's what our goal was. But you know what? Sometimes when our plans are this, and you think this is going to be it, you are dead set, this is it, are going to be this way. Well, guess what? Sometimes life hits you sideways.
And then the whole
side swipes, and the whole thing changes, don't it?
It changes.
So we're just telling you right now, guess what? If you're in that mortgage, and you're happy about certain things, but you're not happy about everything, don't worry. You can change. It's scary, but do it. Sometimes being forced into things causes you and makes you do it. So, I will say that. I don't know if we would be in a camper right now, going on 2 years, if we wasn't forced, basically.
This fell in our lap.
Our income went from whatever and over half of it gone. So we were forced to say, okay, we can't pay this $1,000 rent living here in Sparta, so we got to move out. Well, Steve, that was our landlord, he had a camper, and if you go back and look at our videos when we first went on Steve's lot out behind his shop, there it was, and we got to tour it. Of course, it looked crazy inside. They even ripped out the whole back end back here, and because there was some damage, and so they ripped it open, fixed it, and put it back together, and left out certain things that we didn't want in there. Bunk beds, we didn't want the bunk beds. We didn't want the table and the little bench seat that's set over here by the front door under the window, because it gave us more room.
But I want to say this: if you feel uncomfortable or anything like that, and you want different,
yeah.
I hate change, but I have learned that change is okay.
Yeah, it is.
Do I feel it all the time?
Right.
I
well,
think
like
we're
I was
just
saying,
all
I think
human.
last night, and I think I said it in the live, sometimes change is bad, and we don't like that change. And I think our minds and bodies go directly to something bad. But sometimes, even though we've all been through some bad things, and it changed a lot of things in our lives, but guess what? We made it through that change. We made it through that change. So even if you can financially, I implore you, Cynthia, she agrees with me. If you're not happy in that neighborhood, in that mortgage payment, or if you're paid and you just got this big, huge house, you can change. Sell it, buy a camper, go, buy you a piece of land, whatever. But,
some
we're
people are happy, though.
Yes, but we're just letting you know, in whatever financial circumstances that you are in right now, whether you have money and can do whatever, or whether or not you don't have any money to pay rent and you're forced to move out, then what? Well,
it's all figured out.
It happened, and it fell in our laps, and we accepted it and said, yeah, let's do this challenge and get in this camper, and did it, and we're doing it, and we're still doing it, and we're going to continue to do it
amazes
until
me,
we
though.
to that piece of land that we want one day.
Yeah. It amazes me because you can't really disagree too much in here.
Right.
I mean, it's like
That's true.
we're together.
Yeah, living in a camper
Yeah, and you know, I would
make you closer.
I would say sometimes I was I couldn't. It was my issue, but I was like mad at him. Open the door.
Yeah.
Okay, forget what you're mad at. Come back inside.
Yeah.
If you get ill, he can go to the bathroom, sit down, and I can go in the bedroom. But
Right.
we usually forget.
But the whole thing is, come here, Bubba. The whole thing is this camper is 28 feet long. It's 224 square feet, I think, to be exact. You can't get too far away at that point from each other. So
No.
I will say it has brought us closer.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, do we still get on each other's nerves? Yes.
Absolutely, he gets on my nerves.
If we had the house that we was paying mortgage on, which was about $2,600 or $2,400, something like that, guess what? You can only stay mad and shut up in a dadgum bedroom for so long. But this has made us closer, and we just wanted to show y'all that, you know what, you can do it. No matter what your circumstance, you can do it. And sometimes, like I was saying, you might need to force yourself to do it. If you want to do it, but you're never going to do it because you know you're never going to take that step.
That's how we were.
Force yourself to do it, because I know you'll be satisfied and you'll be happy and you'll be content and you'll have more peace. And you know, then it's like the sky's the limit.
Nobody can take your peace away.
No, right.
Nobody can take your memory away.
Nope.
Nobody can.
And I understand, you know, if you're older, age has a thing to do with it, but you can still do it. Kids, there's a thing with that, you know, it's going to be harder, but it still can be done. So you know what? That's what we wanted to say today. On Sunday, we hope y'all are having an awesome weekend, and we just love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we'll just ask you at this point, if you would, please, hit that like, okay?
Hit this
hit the subscribe button, okay?
Yeah, bell thing.
And then the bell, and that way you know when we post, okay? So we'll see y'all guys on the next one. Peace out. Love you guys, okay? Yeah. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay?
That's right.
Don't hold yourself back. Yeah.
And I beg the world on my knees, do not ever give up.
That's right.
Never, never, never.
That's right.
Because you're so special and you're so worth, and you guys seriously have a beautiful purpose.
That's right.
And that is just precious.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So you guys, we'll see you on the next one.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Ah.
What was that? I don't know.